I'm just a realist. I know how to separate false reality from real reality. And real reality is, no matter how much emotion and feeling you may have or how much hurt you may have, life has to go on. Life doesn't stop for anybody. So if you don't process that and understand that, you're stuck in whatever time period you got hurt forever. So grudges and anger and negativity, I don't have time for it because I'm living to do so much positive thing. I can't stand in the past and bathe in what was wrong.
All my back, all my legs, a lot, and I ended up in hospital because she won't let me out of the house.
It's not funny though. Can I tell you why it's not funny? If this was the other way around and a woman was sat here and a bloke had locked her in a flat and she had to jump out and injured herself, you lot would not be laughing. Somehow, if it happens to a bloke, that's funny. That's not funny, is it? That isn't.
If you want to win, you need to be consistent. You don't need to be the smartest, not at all. But you have to be the guy who's there day after day. I will guarantee you right now, IQ has nothing to do with how successful you'll be at the real world soon. What is going to determine how successful you're going to be is, are you there every single day? Are you doing what you're supposed to do day after day? Brutal determination and consistency is nearly impossible to beat.
You got to get messed up sometime. You got to get dirty. You got to get your feelings hurt. You got to get disappointed. You got to get told no. That's just dirt. See, you get tripped out because you got dirt on you. But you need dirt on you to develop. Because dirt ain't just dirt. Dirt is fertilizer. Dirt is nutrients. Dirt gives you the strength for your seed to push through. See, you get mad when haters come your way. You get mad because you get a setback. You get mad because you get thrown off course. You get mad because you get a detour. That's just dirt. You get mad because they talking about you. That's dirt. Show me something that has grown into something beautiful that didn't have no dirt on it. You got to have dirt on you to grow into what God got for you.
God damn it, an entire generation pumping gas, waiting tables, slaves with white collars. Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes, working jobs we hate, so we buy shit that we don't need. The middle children of history, man. No purpose, no place. We have no Great War, no Great Depression. Our Great War is a spiritual. Our Great Depression is our lives.
If one is passionate and committed in the noble pursuit of excellence within their chosen field, be that the arts, technology, science, humanitarianism, conservationism, then I would say one has a moral obligation and an ethical duty to be of service and to always strive to be part of the solution, not the problem. After all, it's a world that our children would inherit. That's worth being a part of. Passion, action, noble intention creates progress. Passion creates progress.
If you suffered from racial inequality, if you suffered from gender inequality, you would be completely justified in the fact that you are not achieving the things that other people who didn't have those disadvantages have achieved. And I say this as a white guy who was born in America to a doctor father. I understand that. But at the same degree, you have the opportunity that Chris nor I have, which is that you can be an inspiration to people who just went through the same thing and succeeded, despite those circumstances. Because I can promise that there is somebody who has had it worse and has done it better. And I think power follows the blame finger. If you point it at the government has the power. If you point it at your spouse and say like, it's their fault that I'm not in shape, you're giving them all the power. Until you're like, it's my fault, it also becomes my responsibility. What is?
What if it's not your fault?
It doesn't matter. And?
Most people give up on themselves easily. You know the human spirit is powerful? There's nothing as powerful. It's hard to kill the human spirit. That when you have a made-up mind, you don't care about the facts, you don't care about the odds, the power to hold on in spite of everything, the power to endure, the hunger, the ability to face defeat again and again without giving up. This is a winner's quality. You have that quality within you.
It's very helpful for people to hear that they should make themselves competent and dangerous and take their proper place in the world, because it's the alternative to being weak. And weak is not good. The people who shoot up the high schools, they're weak because it makes you formidable. And life is a very difficult process. And it's not you're not prepared for it unless you have the capacity to be dangerous. That doesn't mean that you should be cruel. It doesn't mean any of that. There's a statement in the New Testament, the meek shall inherit the earth. but the meek isn't well translated. Those who have swords and know how to use them but keep them sheathed will inherit the world. You have to be powerful and formidable and then peaceful, in that order. And that's not the same as being naive and weak and harmless, which is what young men are being encouraged to be. It's like, that's a very bad idea. It's a very bad idea, because naive, weak, and harmless means that you can't withstand the tragedies of life. You can't bear any responsibility.
Breaking up with girls, what you have to do when it's not working with a girl is wish them luck. There's two reasons for that. Number one, if there's any chance that it's going to work out, the best possible way for you to get it to work out is by walking away, by wishing them luck, walking away, and don't look back. That's the best way, because if there is something there, then she will let you know eventually. And if there's nothing there, you're going to know that too, because you never hear from her again. That's fine.
You can't handle the big challenges in life unless you take on the little ones. Make a list of all the things you can do. Get right on those. Discipline yourself for those, both for the results and for the muscle and for the practice, so that when life hands you some big challenges, you'll be ready.
Any advice on removing and replacing those people in your life who don't want the best for you?
One thing you do have to realize at some point is that sometimes people need a wake-up call. And it's hard on them and it's hard on you, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's wrong for them. You're letting people get away with things that aren't in their best interest. They're certainly not in your best interest. You put a halt to it. You don't want to allow non-reciprocal behavior to continue. And if you allow that to happen around you, then you're basically saying that it's okay. And it's not okay. It's not okay for you. And so it's reasonable to set limits.
When the woman's asking me for things, then I'm like, oh, you think I'm a sucker? When she comes and she's just cool, and then, because organically I'll want to do those things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I'll start to do the things and it'd be cool because she ain't never asked me for nothing. Nah, she cool. She never asked me for nothing. But if she comes with those intentions or that idea, then it feels like, wait.
Is there anything I could have done to save our relationship?
Keisha, I think you're a great person. I think you're a good person. And I appreciate the fact that you realized how closed off you were. But to answer your question, I think you could have saved the relationship by being more appreciative, putting more effort, the same way I did. And I kept stepping towards you, but you kept stepping back. And marriage was out the question because don't nobody want to marry anyone who not showing the same appreciation as them or who not giving their effort like them. So that just pushed me back, and as far as right now, I have a girlfriend, and I love her to death. And that's what I want to get you to see, that you got to appreciate the people that's in your life.
If I lost a chess game, for example, there was a chess tournament, it was 7 hours drive. We drove 7 hours. We stayed up all night. I stayed up with him. I played chess in the morning. I lost. I only had 2 hours sleep. And when I lost, I said, oh, because I was tired. And my dad made a very big point of saying, look, it doesn't matter if you were tired. Your excuse has fucking nothing to do with the win or the loss next to your name. You've lost now. No one's going to say he lost but he was tired. They're going to say you lost. And this is the truth about excuses in general. Any excuse you can fabricate. Nobody cares. The universe doesn't care. Did you win or did you lose? Life is binary. Did you survive or not?